So financial literacy course, inspired by the fact that there's so many times, as children, a lot of stuff about banking, about all sorts, and they don't have a clue. And not just children alone, but adults, and it's one of those things for me that I want to change and I want to make a difference there. I remember about, I think it was 2008. I think it was when I was about 35, and I went to the I was at this place, and two youngsters was there from a different background to myself, and they were talking about buying Facebook and buying this, and I'm like, what these guys are talking about, and they're so young, and I'm like, you know what? And then eventually I got into it, and then started to understand it and started doing my due diligence, went on several courses, and now, the amount of knowledge I've got is just unbelievable. And what I'm able to achieve for myself and also for my clients has been, unbelievable as well. So let's get in and have a look now. Now, the first thing, risk disclaimer, remember, because I tell you, I don't want to be like, what's his name, Donald Trump, where he basically tell people that, if they do his courses, they're going to be able to make millions. And a lot of people did their courses and didn't make millions. So I'm just letting you know that all information here is for educational purposes. Nothing should be considered as bias, sell recommendation, and so on. So you can always have a read of the information here, okay? Then the next bit now is earning disclaimer. Yet again, any claims made can be verified upon request. This is respect of actual earning. An example, okay? Your level of success in attaining the results claimed in this material or service depends on many factors, including following rules and just basically just looking at how the professionals do it and follow their lead, okay? So that's the earning disclaimer as well. So the next bit now we're looking at is this. Okay, now the top 6 examples of investment type, right? We've got stocks, we've got bonds, we've got real estate, we've got cryptocurrencies, we've got commodities. We have got lots of different ways that we can actually invest. Now, investment opportunities, we're looking at, it's for children and for anyone, I would say, from the age of 13 plus. Anyone from the age of 13 plus can definitely, do this thing. I wouldn't say that, you're unable to do it. But of course, one of my youngest students has been, 13 plus, and I saw the way he communicates. And this, this was about 2-3 years ago. He's now got his GCSEs and moving on to university to do economics, so I've helped to inspire this young man by teaching him how to trade, which is really good. So where we are now. So just information about me. I'm a teacher. I work an advanced skills teacher, lead practitioner, head of department. I'm also a trader, and I trust me, I fell in love with trading. Initially I was just doing teaching and, as a property investor. And then, just loving, and just loving teaching and loving the property investing thing. And then one of my friends sort of spoke about trading, and I was like, okay, let's have a look. And I went on several courses and I haven't looked back since. And now, in terms of entrepreneur mentoring, neurolinguistic programming as well, I've done a course in that, to how to improve my brain and my subconscious mind, which has worked so well for me as well. So, things are getting better. So that's information about me. You can find me on my social media link, Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can find me on all of those things, okay? Now, the next bit we're looking at now is, financial literacy. And these are the key skills here. What is financial literacy? What are the key features to be financially literate? And and why a course in financial literacy is key for young people. Okay? Now, there are lots of stuff here. Now, what is financial literacy? Okay, this is the understanding of money and the value of it, and to make smarter and better decisions about money. There's so many times young people, they look and they're saying, well, sir, I want to do this, sir, I want to do that, and they don't have a clue. And you're there and you're sharing stuff with them, but because of my experience in terms of investing and so on, I'm able to share. But a lot of the teachers there, unless they do business management or they teach business studies, they don't really have a clue about these things. So for me, this is one of the things that I'm always encouraging in the school where I work and in all the schools that I've worked so far. Financial literacy is all about helping people to make better decisions about their money and resources they have available. It is difficult to make great decisions about money if you don't have an option, if you don't know, or if you don't have the information available to you. And that's the reason why I'm saying the youngsters and adults and anyone who wants to have a better understanding of, their financial, objectives, then you need to be aware of all of these things. Now, this course will give you the ins and outs and choices that one should make with better knowledge and expertise to improve your financial decisions, right? Now, this course helps both in the short term and in the long term. So many young people and even realize that financial literacy is all around us. Saving money, paying bills, investing, debts, payment, mortgages, profit, percentages. All of these things are the journey onto financial literacy. Now, one of the greatest thing is then if we have got really good financial literacy in place, then what will happen when we get to retirement? Then we're going to be happy, chappy people. I remember this lady, she went on a cruise, this age lady, she retired, big lump sum. She's got so much money, she doesn't know what to do with it. What she did was she went on a cruise for 5 years. She could tell all of those sailors' name, she could call all of those sailors by their first name, and it's all about the fact that, she had her financial literacy in place. She knew how to invest her money and lots of money at the end in the retirement age. So we're having fun while we're aging, but also we want to have enough money so we don't have to be living off the state and basically put in any sort of position where we feel uncomfortable. And that's the whole plan, to make sure that we can, validate ourselves and say, look, you know what, we've achieved this and we can do this and when. Okay. Now, so what are the key features to be financial literate? Setting financial goals. And, we might think, and this is one of the thing I gave to my students the other day. I said to them, listen, I want you to write down your objectives. And these children, they're in year 7. And I said to them, listen, I want you to write down what job you would like to do. I want you to write down, and you're going to put it on a vision board. And I said to them, I'm going to give the top students some money, some Amazon vouchers, if they sort of take a photo, get the parents to send it to me. And I want to see how much money they want to earn. I want to see what jobs they would like to get. I want to see what A-levels they want to do. I want to see what university they want to go. Because if we don't start planning these things from now, if we don't start teaching our children to budget, then they won't have a clue. If we don't start sharing with them how we pay these bills, because remember, it's not like physical money that we had back in the days. Nowadays, what we've got, right? We've got a situation where we don't know. Our children, they don't see money, they just see a card and bills are paid. We need to share these things with them. Sometimes bring them and sit them down and show them the bills that, we're paying. Talk to them about loan. Why we had to take out a loan? Why we had to, why we got a credit card? All of these things need to be shared. And even adults, some adults haven't got a clue. I'll give you an example. Well, a friend of mine, I told him I use a credit card to buy a property. And it was like, that's impossible. And he said, how can you get? I said, look, if whatever amount I want, I could actually call up the credit card company and said, look, this is what I want. I would like you to increase my credit limit to a certain amount, right? And he was like, no, that's impossible. I said, okay, then get off the phone right now, call the credit card company. And I said, how much is your credit card at the moment? He said, it's on 10K. I said, have you got a good credit ratings? And you haven't sort of have lots of debt or anything? He said, no. I say, okay, if that's what you've done, then what I needed to do now, I need you to call the credit card company, right? This is an adult, and this is a guy with lots of properties and money, and he didn't know this. And I said to him, okay, what I want you to do right now, call the credit card company and tell them that you want your credit card limit to move from 10K to 25K. And he said, no. And I said, okay, don't worry, just do it. So anyway, he got timid and he did it at 20K. And he called back, oh, Marlon, I didn't know that this worked, man. I didn't know. And I'm like, yes, they will up you've got to call them. You've got to contact them, right? And, on the balance transfer concept, all of these things are in the course anyway. Right. So anyway, we said, okay, so why a course in financial literacy is key from a young age? Okay, there's no magic bullet to learning financial literacy. But the earlier one can learn and appreciate the importance of money and how the financial system works, then the better an individual will be at managing their money affairs in the future. Now, most schools don't really teach children except for they might have a one-off day when they've got, these little sessions, and it's just a few little bits and bobs. So many children leaving secondary school with no clue. So many adults don't have a clue about what financial literacy is involved. So it's imperative that one learn the key skills to financial literacy. I must say that all parents and adults alike have a duty of care to eradicate this lack of financial knowledge that is required to have a successful life regardless of job opportunities. Because let me tell you something here. You don't have to have any big job. You don't have to have big education to be financially literate. And you don't have to have these big jobs and and all of these big things to be successful in life. Because if you want something, and if you really want something, and if you really want to achieve, all you've got to do is put your mind to it. Because that's what life is about. It's about wanting to challenge yourself. And that vision board that I told you about, you almost getting those things and seeing it and implanting this information into your subconscious mind, then you'll realize and recognize all the opportunities out there that are available to you. Now, I would say anyone from the age of 13 plus should be able to take on board this financial literacy course. Okay? Now, so what we've got now, guys, is the next steps now. So how do we achieve financial? So one can achieve financial literacy by reading many books, personal research, exploring content on various websites, and taking professional courses. One must also have the desire to improve their understanding of money in terms of how money works. Expert financial literacy will not come easy, but because of course there are some mathematical principles involved, of course a bit of percentages and so on and so forth, but nothing that a calculator can't help you with. However, if one decides to improve their understanding of money and wealth, then anything is possible. It's just a matter of desire. Okay. Now, an added bonus to learning financial literacy is to prep your psychology about the money and finance. Now, there are a lot of stuff that people are going to be talking about. But you see, if your psychology is not right, then it's going to be difficult for you to appreciate financial literacy. It's going to be difficult for you to understand how the finance work. So you've got to have in your subconscious mind a positive message towards money. And, I remember when I was growing up, they were like, don't try to be rich because, a rich man, it's easier for the camel to enter the eye of an eagle and a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And all of those negative things, you've got to remove those things from your subconscious mind because, whoever said money can't buy happiness just didn't know where to shop. That's a typical saying that's right in front of me right now. Okay. Now, so how are we going to help our subconscious mind to be different? Because the major thing that made a difference for me, because I remember I moved a trading account from 50,000 all the way up to 200 and something thousand pounds. And I lost most of that money. And I'm like, what happened? And I kept on just winning and then losing. And then I started reading books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, and those sort of books. And for example, in Rich Dad Poor Dad, where it's talking about, and also you got one for teens as well, where it's saying, an house is not an asset, it's a liability because you've got to pay into it. But of course, in the long term, it will become an asset. Now, Think and Grow Rich, where in Think and Grow Rich, he's saying, look, you know what? Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. So if you put your mind to something, you will achieve it. The laws of success, the master key, the richest man in Babylon, the master key by Napoleon Hill. Another good book that I haven't put here is like The Richest Man in Babylon. He says, basically, pay yourself first. That's the key. Pay yourself first. Every money you make, you pay yourself first. Take 10% out, put it in your pocket. We'll look at One Good Trade. We'll look at, Jack Schwager, the New Market Wizard. We'll look at The Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas. That's about how people trade, and be disciplined and follow rules. Now, for example, the 5-second rule by Mel Robson, where Mel Robson is concerned, if, for example, and this is what I even teach my students at school, I say, look, you need to get up out of your bed at 6 a.m. in the morning to get to school on time. So what do? You say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up out of your bed, jump, do what you've got to do. I say to people who sometimes, I teach how to trade the stock market or the forex market, and I said, look, what I need you to do now for me, I need you to, right, say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 before you do any sort of trading. And then you said, I must read my rules. And they follow these strategies and they follow these rules, and it just works out for them, you know? Now we come on to Tony Robbins, Dr. Dyer, Les Brown. These are all fantastic speakers. I listen to them regularly, and that's also helped with my subconscious mind, with my, with my concept of motivating the subconscious mind, because we've got to have a positive subconscious mind in order for us to really push ourselves. Because sometimes we become so complacent, we become too comfortable because life is just so easy sometimes. Now, so the next bit now, guys, what I would like you to do, just make some notes, and basically about some books that you're probably going to want to read, also, and also which speakers you probably want to listen to. Okay. Now, the next thing now we're looking at, guys, is investing. Okay, and investing, why you should invest in your future from an early age. What is investing? What are the benefits of being an investor? How do you stay ahead of inflation? And as you know, inflation is, and for the youngsters in the chat here now, inflation means that you've got £10 today, and you've got that same £10 in 15 years from now, right? And you've got a loaf of bread. This loaf of bread, right, that you pay £1 for today, in 10 years, 15 years from now, this loaf of bread won't be £1. It might be £3. Okay, so therefore that £10 can actually buy less when compared to for example, what you're able to buy now. So inflation just means that the value of the currency will go down. And in the UK, they've actually kept inflation at 3%, right? But we'll talk more about that. But all of these things, guys, when you're, and I'm telling you, sometimes, when I was much younger, and I was watching some of these movies, and I hear a conversation like the stock this and the broker this and inflation, and I'm like, but then these people are living in big mansions and all of these things, and I was like, what the hell? All of these jargons, and it used to just go over my head. But now I'm watching the movies, and I'm like, oh my God, they're talking about the real stuff that I'm doing, and I didn't even know that they're actually talking about these things. So just imagine if I had an understanding of these keywords like inflation, like investing, like investors, like taxes, like own your own business, buying your own business. So imagine if I had all of those literacy and information about the financial world, how clued up I would have been. So that's the reason why I'm saying, listen, get our children, get everyone learning this thing right now. Okay? Now, so why should you invest in your future from an early age? It's all the stuff that I've just said. Okay? Now, once one has a bank account, right? And for me, I'm thinking, I remember when I was probably about 8, 9, and we used to have like Woolworth in Jamaica where I was born, and basically I remember going into Woolworth and purchasing some cheap items and then take them out of the bag them up and sold them and made a profit. Okay. Now I remember playing Monopoly and buying properties and, trying to, put more there. So the value of my property becomes far more than what it was. So all of these games, I'm telling you, make sure that if you haven't got children now, you make sure that you get your children doing these things, because trust me, it helps. Because it's going to be one of those situations where your brain, the switches on, you want to buy properties. And now I'm into the property investing. I'm in, and it's not just in England, it's anywhere I can find a property that poses a good deal, then I'm up for it. I'm in. That's what I'm doing now. So let's carry on. So what's investing? Investing is what someone does to improve their financial well-being and the improvement of the quality of their life in the short term or long term. Okay. Now, so investing can seem as if one wants to stockpile. It's not about stockpiling money. It's about investing this money. Now, remember, at the moment in banks not giving much, it would take me what? It would take me 8 years based on what Barclays is offering me right now. It would take me 8 years to earn 1%, right? 8 years to earn 1%. So can you see the logics behind why we've got to look beyond just saving? But of course, we've got to save first before we can invest, right? No. So what are the benefits of being an investor? You stay ahead of inflation, which I've actually put. Yes, simply put, your savings never loses its value over time. Investing will help you build wealth. Investing will get you to retirement earlier than normal, okay? Investing can help you to save on taxes, investing to meet your other financial goals, okay? Now, I did explain inflation, okay? Inflation is generally the decrease in the value of money because of the increase in the value of goods over time. So if one doesn't invest their money at a good rate of return, so if you can find a fixed deposit or a one that compounds the interest, you know, one of those sort of thing that, you know, or for example, bonds and what we've got like bonds and all these sort of things and trust and these things that you can actually put your money in and invest it safely, ISA and all of these sort of things, you can actually put your funds in, and if it's going to be greater than 3%, then you will be ahead of inflation. Okay, so that's what this is all about. Now, so how can you invest, help save you on taxes? For example, if you're from America, then you're looking at the 401k. You know, you always hear, you know, a lot of Americans talking about this 401k. Okay. You know, for example, you can only, you know, you start paying taxes when you get to retirement. So you don't pay any tax now, but you pay it later. Okay. So that's how it works in America. Okay. Now, so what we've got now is this. So how can you invest? Say, so for example, now in the UK, you can actually, government actually increases this one up to £20,000. You can, you know, invest without any tax coming towards you. However, there are several other financial products that are available. Now you've got what we call stocks and share ISA, right? Now we're the individual savings account. Now a stocks and share ISA is one that actually will carry risk. Because it's sort of return, it's index linked to the financial market. So we can either get more or we can either get less. But you can also do a cash ISA, which your money is there. You won't lose any of it. It's your money is fixed, it's secured, it's insured. You won't lose any of it. You can also invest in bonds, which give you a fixed monthly return. So, you know, for example, you've got guys out there who are selling, you know, they basically, they buy properties and they rent them out and so on. And what they'll do in the West Midlands, they might say, okay, we can see 20 properties that we want to buy. So what they get this crowdfunding. So I might say I've got 20K, £20,000, and they say, okay, if you invest this £20,000 with us, your £20,000 is safe, it's insured, it's guaranteed, right? But then what happens is this: you get, say, 5 to 10% per year. Okay. Now you then put this money into this. Of course, it's only 20,000 that is secure. It's nothing else. So what could then possibly happen is after the year, say they didn't make a profit and you decide to withdraw profit and there wasn't any profit, then you wouldn't get any return, but your 20K would be solid. Okay. But bonds tends to be more long-term investment. And of course, the government is always buying bonds. Right. So let me see where we know. Okay. So, right. So for example, you will have to be at least 18 years old to invest in stocks and ISA. Right? For stocks and share ISA, your money is put into a range of different investment. However, whilst you're being able to generate a high return, of course, there's going to be risk involved. So it's better you get a professional advice to sort out to you before you actually think of doing any of those things. Now, there was a trust fund system that I've been like putting money in. So the government give you £250. But of course, guys, everything that I'm saying here tonight, all you've got to do is to ensure that you're looking at, right, what other, you know, because I know we've got people from many parts of the world. And basically, right, what we could do, is basically we look and see how we can compare it to where we're living in the world. Okay. So So this money can be deducted straight from your salary. So what we did, right, the money, so the government gave us 250 and then we just did this, deduct this money. So therefore, and this money was tax-free as well, okay? Now, investing by starting your own business. Now, why include this one? Because sometimes we're thinking, right, you know, we're too old or we're too young. You're never too old to start your own business. And sometimes, let me tell you something, more than 50% of businesses failed within the first year. So and a lot of times it's not because the business hasn't got a market, it's because the people operating the business don't have the skills yet, in terms of they don't have the know it. They don't. I give you an example. You know, I run a tuition center as one of the business, and I love this one. You know, this one, even if I had £1 million tomorrow, £20 million tomorrow, I'd still be going back to that tuition center to teach, because I love to see that joy in children's faces when they have achieved something. When something that's challenging for them and they're able to break it down, it makes it just give me that light bulb moment that I enjoy. So no matter amount of money will ever stop me from doing that. But anyway, what I'm saying is this. You see, we've got young people sometimes scared to start businesses, right? And I'm going to come back to the point. I've got this tuition center and I was clueless. I needed to learn about Ofsted and all that. And I went to this person who, they have done it. They've been there. And I said, look, you know what? I need your help. You know, I remember at one point, this guy who was getting outstanding 11 plus results. And, you know, I'm like, oh, you know, I did that when I was in Jamaica because I knew the system inside out and I was getting kids with government scholarship. So when I came to the UK now, I'm like, you know, I need to get to that top level where I'm one of the best in the system. But then I was too scared to go and ask this guy how he did it. And one of my friends was like, go and ask him. And you know what? It took me years and years to try and get up to a really good standard. And one day I just say, let me go and speak to him. And the guy was like, he could have come to me. He was there. He was sharing everything. He was telling me websites. He was telling me everything. And I'm like, oh my God. So if you can see someone out there who's got the knowledge and the know-how to help you with something, don't be scared to ask. All they can say is no. Just be polite. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, madam. Whatever way. And just be polite. You know, because guess what happened? All you've got to do is just have that mindset that I want to get to that next level. I want to achieve my dreams and goals. And remember, your dream can start at the age of 50. It doesn't have to start at 21. It doesn't have to start at 60. Your dream can even start at 70. Because remember, it's sky's the limit. It's what you want to achieve. Now, so my next bit, okay, now how would you invest your money if you, okay, now this one is the reason why I put this one in, because you know what? I had this young man whose dad died and he left him in his will over 200K, £200,000. So he came to me and he said he wanted me to teach him how to trade and so on. And I was there talking to him to find out about his mindset and how he's going to operate with this money that he's inherited. And this young man was saying to me that he's been Ubering everywhere. I'm like, Ubering, but then I didn't even know that word Uber. So I didn't really understand what he's talking about. So what do you mean by Uber? He said, oh, I've been taxi everywhere I go. I don't take the bus anymore. I don't walk. I've got my Uber, personal Uber. And then he said to me as well, he's been taking his friends out for meals. And I'm like, what you playing at? That could have been me. That you could have been my son. And I gave him a rollicking because I was so upset. I'm like, and then I started questioning, how did your dad achieve all of it? How did your dad achieve? What did your dad do when he was, and he was like, his dad was such a hard work and all of these things. But of course, his dad has left this wealth for him. And what he did is just squandering the money. I had to have a right go at him and tell him to change his mindset. So it would be good if he had invested in high yield stocks. Probably he didn't know these things. And that's the reason why these are the things I've got to share with him. Investing in properties, invest in reputable hedge fund companies. And, my dream is to become a hedge fund manager. I've started managing people's money and they're doing well. Buy long-term bonds, invest in saving accounts that give a compound interest, not a bank account, but a saving account that compounds interest. Now, what is retirement? Retirement is when you decide. Remember, retirement can be 60, retirement can be 40, it can be 50. It's when you want your retirement to be. So what you're doing now is preparing for that day when you can say, you know what? I'm going to dictate how I operate. I'm going to dictate how I communicate, and I'm going to dictate how I work. And that's what retirement is all about. Okay? Now, so what I needed to do in terms of, just think about and write down a list of investment opportunities that you would like to pursue. And don't be scared to write them down, because all it takes is just for you to put pen to paper and take action after. That's it. Now, guys, I'm aware that time is, I was a bit late, but I'm just going to do wealth. I'm just going to do wealth now, and then we'll look at bank accounts. We'll look at, if you get chance, credit cards. We'll look at how you go about buying the properties. Share to you how I go about buying properties. What are the ins and outs of buying properties. Also, I'll show you. And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to share to you how you can buy stocks. And, you could buy stocks for long term. You could buy stocks for short term. If we also get a chance, I'm going to show you how you can invest in the Forex market. With the Forex market, with over $1 trillion a day traded. And we don't need $1 trillion. We just need a couple thousand, if we can get 100,000, whatever. We don't want the trillion. There's so much money going on and on a daily basis there. We just need a bit of it. Okay, so how do we build wealth? How do we create wealth? What are some of the creative ideas to make an income? Why is it important to pay yourself first? And what does it mean by paying yourself first, right? Now, guys, I am, investing is all about building wealth. There are many ways to invest and to build wealth. If one really wants to build wealth, then strategic plan must be put in place. And let me tell you something, the earlier we can get our children investing, right, the better it is for them. The earlier we as adults, right, can start investing, then the better it is for us. Okay, this goal must be broken down into a range of key objectives, right? And then once we've broken down this goal, for example, I would like to purchase a property in Dubai, right? Okay, so I put Dubai on my vision board, and I'm gonna look, what are the steps, okay? I need 5 clients with at least 100K, right, to invest in my company. Okay, I trade their £500,000. I am looking over the year. I want to make on their 500,000. I want to make say I made 250,000 over a year to 2 years. Okay, now, and I'm going to get a percentage of that. That then becomes my deposit to pay for a property in Dubai. Okay, so I have actually put down, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to market. I'm going to have to go out there and find these clients with money who can actually fund my project. And that's the thing we've got to think. We've got to think how we're going to have to do it. We've got to put strategic plan in place. Nothing is wrong with a child at, for example, one of my friend's daughter now, right, set up her own business, selling stuff online and so on. So, it's important, right, that we get young people from the age of 13, get them going out there and doing stuff. No, it's never too late. And let me tell you something, sometimes what I've seen people who, because they've left high school and secondary school and they haven't got any GCSEs, they think that's the end of the world. No, that's not the end of the world. You think about how you can actually move forward, okay? Now, next bit. Now, how can you create wealth? Invest in properties. Survey to find unique needs of people, society, and find solution to their problems. Identify a niche and then plug the gap. Okay? Now, save money to buy or start your own business. Save money to buy or start your own business. Know how much you're spending. Going on investment opportunities and wealth creation courses. Always trying to improve yourself. Learning from other people. Right? Be not afraid to ask questions to the right people. Be not afraid to take manageable or affordable risk. Understand the concept of risk management. Okay? Now, what are some of the creative ideas you can make? Rent out the spare room. Sell your bespoke skills via Facebook, Instagram. Write online courses. That's what I'm doing. I'm writing online courses. I've got so much knowledge in my head, so much information, so much experience. I can afford to do all of this now. Try to master something. Now, the saying goes like this. If you really want to master something, you need to do it for at least 10,000 hours. I think I'm probably at about 7,000 hours in trading. The amount of time I spend looking at charts and so on, I've probably done about 7,000. So another 3,000 to go to become a master. because I'm still learning while I'm on this journey. Teach online classes, you know, in your expert field. Walk people's dogs, babysit for professionals, research what people need and provide it. Don't forget, you know, that you can, and you know what? Nothing is wrong with you, you know, going to mom or dad or going to family members and say, look, can I cut your lawn? Can I cut? You know, people think that, you know, you see something. One of my friends now is a teacher. He said, look, if you've got any DIY stuff at your house and you want me to do it, just let me know. You know, at the end of the day, right? I remember when I first came to the UK, I said I wanted my first deposit. So I'm going to be saving nonstop for it. And I was a teacher going in my suit, right? And I used to go after my teaching job, I would go to this cleaning place at BT there. And I was basically went clean the toilets and all that. And I remember, and I felt really bad at one, you know, so I've got my suit on, man. And I'm like, you know what? And I go in, I take my suit off and change and then, you know, and so on. And then when I went home and I was like saying to the person I was staying with, I was like, listen, at the end of the day, it's when you get that money, does it say cleaning job on it? It says legal tender. I remember I was so happy doing cleaning now after he said that. I was walking out the place, right? Walking out the place with my cleaning vest on. Forgot that I had it on that day, right? And I was smiling. I was happy. On a Saturday, I was working. Yeah, I was working 10 hours on a Saturday, right? And that was waitering, cleaning the tables, wiping the floor. And the manager there, she was saying to me, she has never seen anybody wipe tables and wipe floor and be happy. I was wiping the floor and I was singing and I was joyful because I know that wouldn't be the long-term goal. That was a part of my journey. And that's the thing, where money and finance is concerned, you've got to plan that journey. When I bought my first property, I deposited 50%. And that's after 2 years. And my starting salary in that school was 13K. That head teacher was using a lot of the black people in that school and telling us that, you know, he said to me, you're one of the highest paid teachers in the school and please don't tell anybody. You know, I was one of the ones at the bottom of the pile. But you know what? I knew what I wanted and I wasn't going to let anybody ruin it. However, I was willing to put the work in. And let me tell you something, you know, if you've got a child who decide that they want to, mom, can I do something extra? Dad, can I do it? Don't just make sure you say, look, here you go. Here's 10 pounds. Here's 5 pounds. Here's 3 pounds. Get them doing. My children, my daughter, she does a lot of my secretarial work for me. You know, she's somebody, they can even mark my books now. Hopefully none of my teaching colleagues are on this chat. You know, she's so skilled. She's so good. My son, he does so much for me. So they're, you know, upskilling them, you know, getting them to understand how the system works. Okay. Now, next thing. So why is it important to pay yourself first? Now, the only way we're going to basically be able to invest and invest well is to pay yourself first. Now, while I was doing all of those jobs, I was paying myself first. I was putting away that money because I know what that money was going to be used for. Okay. Now, what does it mean to pay yourself first? Pay yourself first is a personal finance strategy of increased and consistent saving and investment while also promoting the quality of being economical with money. The goal is to make sure that enough income is saved first or invested before monthly expenses or discretionary purchases are made. Okay, so can we make sure we tell our children that not because they've got a bank account means that they should be spending? Right. So what you could do is, how are you going to build your wealth? So you can always write information about that and so on. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to come out of this a bit and I'm going to basically, let me just give me 1 minute. Let me just pause this thing. Just give me Now, guys, so bank accounts, what is the purpose of having a bank account? What are the disadvantages of saving your money in a bank, right? Is it worth paying for a bank account, okay? Now, basically, it's, so what we've got here is that, you know, having a bank account can be a great tool for managing your personal finances. Account statements can help you to determine and where you are spending your money and put you on track for reasonable savings, right? Personal saving account and so on, okay? Now, right now, guys, you know, putting your money in a bank account right now in terms of for investment is not going to work out. You know, it doesn't do anything for anyone, okay? So that's one of the biggest challenge now because, you know, even the government of England, the Bank of England, the governor of the Bank of England is now saying that he wants to he's considering negative interest rate, just in case if we've got a hard Brexit, then it won't hit us that badly. Now, by basically having negative interest rate, then what would happen? You will be paying the bank to keep your money. That's what would happen. So because at the moment, interest rate is one of the lowest it's ever been in decades, in years, probably the lowest it's ever been. Now, if the Central Bank of England reduces interest rate to negative figure, the money that you put in the bank, you will have to pay the bank to keep your money. That's how bad it could be. Now, so, you've got to consider what you do with your money if that should be the case. Okay. Now, is it worth paying? Yes, of course it's worth it if you're going to be able to get good interest rate from this company. Right. So reasons for having a bank account, you can do that. So that's what you get. But let me go down to now owning your own property. Let's go down. Let me see what page. That's page 100. And let me go to page 119. Got lots of topics there. Page 119. Let's see. Page 119. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. No. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's talk to you about this bit. This is the investment part, but I was hoping to talk to Right, guys. One thing I want to talk about here as well. Is life insurance important? Life insurance is so important. Life insurance is what actually helps to. Life insurance is what actually helps, and a lot of people from from different communities to become financially stable, and sometimes for a lot of people, they don't take out life insurance. So if anything, God forbid, happens, there's no money in the kitty to look after loved ones after. And I remember a friend of mine who came from Jamaica and he bought a property here. And, he said, no, I'm going back to Jamaica, so I don't need to take out life insurance. And I'm like, listen, that's not the sole reason for life insurance if you're going to be here or not. It's basically if, right, something should happen, God forbid, then, and you have life insurance, then it will pay out. And I think we argued over 4 hours just debating. He said, listen, man, I'm building a house in Jamaica. This is just a temporary stay. And I'm going to basically go back to Jamaica. And I'm like, no, that's not the purpose of a life insurance. It's for security. And then he said, okay, then he's going to take it out. So eventually he took it out. Then I started pressuring him now about critical illness cover. So for example, you've got a critical illness, you can get a nice lump sum, and that can also help with medical expenses and so on and so forth. Even give you a nice holiday so you could go out in style. And he was like, no, but you know what? It was unfortunate for him. He had cancer, died, left his wife and 2 children. But then you know what? That property that they were living in paid off in full, and with a bit of spare cash left over. So, I'm so happy and really joyful inside from the perspective that I was there to preach this information to him and to say, do it, but sad inside as well for the fact that he's gone. And he was very young. We're a similar age, but I'm saying, guys, I'm telling you, parents, adults, if you haven't got life insurance, even if you don't have a property, but if you've got family, if you've got children, just take out life insurance. And if you can afford it, and don't wait too long, because the older you become, the more difficult it becomes. And especially, I know of this lady now, because she didn't take out life insurance, she's now diagnosed with cancer, right? And she wants to buy, she has a property, but she wants to buy another property, but can't get any life insurance because the cover she took out, and it's not that she was being cheap, is the fact that, it can seem expensive, right? Pricey. But don't worry about that. Say, for example, if you've got a property that's worth, say, outstanding balance on the property is, say, £200,000, then you try and get a life insurance, say, of 250,000. Yeah. And then that will then help to secure the property if anything, God forbid, and especially if you've got children. Once you've got children, I'm going to say 100% take out life insurance. Okay, 100% take out life insurance if you've got children. No ifs, no buts, right? And of course, I've met parents say, you think they're dead, left anything in nobody? Hopefully you understand what I've just said. But at the end of the day, we're actually going to bring wealth into the family. That's what we're doing by doing this as well. So it's not just for now, it's also for the future, and make sure our loved ones don't die. When we die, we leave them in debt. Okay. Now, guys, time is against me. So there are lots more to cover here, over 200 and odd pages here. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to this thing, and I'm going to show you some trading. I won't be able to get to show you the property bits, but let's show you some trading stuff. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to talk to you about the stock market, and what we've got here. Let's put Apple. Let's put Apple in here. Okay. So that's Apple. This is what Apple has been doing. Okay. The stock Apple, and I know everybody know you've got everybody inside. I've got Apple product at home. Yeah, everybody inside probably got Apple product at home. Okay. Now let me just make this a bit bigger so you can see something here. Okay. We call these candles. Okay. So if you see a green candle, it means that Apple went up. If you see a red candle, it means that Apple went down. Okay. If you see this here, yeah, a red candle, it means that Apple was down for this day. If you see a green candle, it means that Apple went up. Okay, now if I go back to this and then show you what it looks like, okay? Let's see, page 119. Let's go to page 119 and show you. Okay, so 119 there, yeah? Okay, right. Now basically, right, if we look at this, we can see, right, now you get a red candle if the market open higher and close lower, right? If you have for example, this candle here, which is the body of the candles I was just showing you, right? That's the body. If this is where the market opens, this is where the price, for example, here, Apple could be, say, £2, but then at the end of the day, Apple was £2.20. Then we get a green candle, and that means that the Apple stock went up on that day. Now, identify the up and down trend of this thing, okay? So this is going to be down, up, down, up, 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 down, down, down. Now, what I want you to do for me is to type in the chat for me, right? Type in the chat for me. What do you think is happening to this price here, happening to this chart? Do you think it's going up or going down? Type in the chat for me if you think this thing is going up or going down. So type in the chat for me if you think this trend is going, if it's going up or going down. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah. That's it. So that's what we do. We look at the chart. If we see the market going down, then we go down. If we see the market going up, we go up. And it's as simple as that. Okay, so if we see the market going up, yeah, we go up with it. And if we see the market going down, we go down. Excellent, guys. Well done. So what we're going to do now, I am going to teach you one of the strategies, right? And I'm going to show you the strategy. One of the strategies that I use, right, that has been killing it, okay? And anyone can learn it, but you've just got to follow the process, yeah? You just got to follow the steps, okay? And let me show you now. This strategy, right? This strategy I've been using for a while. And this is what I use to trade stocks, okay? And this strategy has been pulling me in, right? I don't trade it all the time. I only trade it sometimes, right? This strategy here, you know, it's been doing so well. I'm making roughly on this one 6% a month, but I basically haven't traded it for a while, but I've actually put some trades on because I've got some really good setups, so I've taken them. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to share with you a strategy now. So this is what it looks like, okay? So if I've got, and this one, it works right on the daily chart. So I'm going to go to the daily chart. I'm just going to reduce this again so you can see. You just need to click refresh. You'll be able to learn all of these things, guys. Don't worry about it. You'll be able to learn all of these things. Now, this is an Apple chart, right? Okay. There's a zero line here. I'm hoping you can see it. Here at the bottom here. Let me just bring this up a bit. There's a line here that has zero. Let me show you. There's a line here. Can you see? This zero line here, right? Okay. I'm going to show you how easy this strategy is to learn. There's a zero line here. Okay, look, if you look over here, you can see the zero. Yeah, And this is a template that I'll give anybody who's interested in this course as well. Okay, so there's a zero line there. Now, if this line, if these two is above this zero line, then we're only looking to buy, okay? If it's below, then we're only looking to sell. Now, this is what we're gonna do now. Look at this now. What we've got here is we've got every time it touches here and we see something like a higher lower there, then we're looking to buy. Every time it touches there, then we're looking to buy. Once this line is above this zero line, we're looking to buy there, okay? Every time it touches, this is the lower PB, okay? Now, it went below here, I'm not going to buy there. But look at this again. It comes back down and touches this lower border here, then I'm looking to buy again, right? The only time I'll look to sell is if this thing is below and the price is up this point. That's the only time that I'm going to be looking to sell. Okay, so as simple as. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you, I'm going to pull a chart on, and then you're going to tell me whether or not you would buy or whether or not you will sell. Okay, so let me get a chart. Let me get a chart on, and then you're going to tell me if you would buy or if you would want to sell. Okay, so let's get a chart on. Okay, let's get this one on. Okay, right. Now, tell me, what would we want to do? Would we want to buy or would we want to sell? Type that for me in the chat. Would you buy or would you sell? Okay, let's see what we're going to get now. Would we buy or would we sell? Right, some people are saying sell. No, wouldn't sell. No, wouldn't sell at all. No, would buy actually, because remember I said this line here, this is what's going to tell us when to buy and when to sell. If this one here is below and it's above up there, then this is when we're going to sell. So here, okay, this one here, we'll be selling here because, right, this touches the upper border and this here at this point is below the zero line. So we're looking to sell. However, right, if we know, because now it's above, okay, look at this now. If it's above the zero line, then what we need now to see is this. We want to see that the price comes down here and both of them intersect, and then we're looking to buy. But of course, if we're looking at stocks as a strategy, and this is our strategy, if this is below, touches up there, we sell. If this is below, if this is above, right, and this touches there, then we're looking to buy. Okay, so that's the strategy. However, look at what we're going to do now. We need to get some information as well. So let's look at, say, Apple. I got a setup here to buy Apple there, right? Okay, I've got okay. But what I need to do is I need to check and do my due diligence, because I'm not just going to go and buy Apple, okay? I'm not just going to go and buy Apple without finding out information about them. So let me show you now some of the information we're going to find out, and all these things you will get. Okay, so let's go and get you some information about Apple now, okay? So if I then, let's bring this across here and show you something here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look on their balance sheets. I'm going to look at the information. Now let's look at this now. We go on to the financial, and all this information is in the course as well. So look at Apple. Like today, Apple made 1.2%. Okay, Apple has been up since the start of this year 144%. Okay, now Apple basically, look at the company. The net income, 58 billion, right? Apple also, but look at that. You know, the revenue is 273 billion. They've got lots of employees and so on. So we know what you could be saying is, right, you see, with a stock like this, you don't want to sell ever, because everything is looking rosy. Everything is looking rosy and good for this stock. So I wouldn't dare try and sell where this stock is concerned. Okay. Now, what we're also going to do now, we're going to look, we've got another check that we need to see. Okay. And I've actually list all the checks that you need to follow in order, right? So let's look at the next check now that we need to follow now. The next bit that we've got is this. Okay. So this is what we've got. Right, so we look, we see if we're going to trade any stock whatsoever, we want stock that has got volume, right? And the average volume is 38 million, right? We also look at the ex-dividend day, which is 6th of August. And if you notice here, right, you're getting a forward dividend. Just by buying Apple share alone, you're making a dividend of 0.66%. This is, you're getting earning per share of 13. Yeah, this looks like $13 dollars you're getting, right, per share. Okay. Now the balance sheet in Apple is amazing. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is, once we've set this up, then we're saying, look, we're gonna buy this thing. We're gonna look to buy. Now let's have a look at a different company and a different setup for another company. Okay. Let's have a look at, say, this company here. Okay. Right. So all we've got to do, guys, if we get this course, all we've got to do is click on these and we refresh the chart and we can see. Now at the moment, we look at this, we say, okay, right, this is a potential. Would it be buy, would it be sell? Okay, type in the chat for me now, guys. Would you be looking to buy or would you be looking to sell for this company? Would you be looking to buy or would you be looking to sell for this company? Type in the chat for me. Would you be looking to buy? Okay, much better this time, guys. I won't tell you what people are typing in, but it's looking much better. There's someone who's right. Dominic, think again. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, guys, what I'm going to do for the last sort of 10 minutes, I will actually look in the chat and try and answer some of your questions. Okay. So just leave the question to the end and I will definitely answer some of your questions there. Yes. Okay. Yes. We'll look to buy because this reversal trade, it's there. So we're looking to buy. But then let's go and look at the balance sheet for this company. Okay. So let's have a look and see what the company is like. Okay. So let's see what the company is doing. Okay. And then see if we would really want to buy this stock or we just wait until the opportunity comes up for something else. Okay. So this is the same company that we're looking at just now. Okay. Look at that. Okay. They've got 293,000 employees. So it's a big reputable company, but their net income, right, is negative 297 million. Year on year, Daimler, basically AG, had net income fall by 67%. So probably I wouldn't want to get into this into buying this company, based on the information that I'm getting here. Okay. So I said, okay, let me get some more information about this company, which I'll give you all the links and all of those sort of things. Okay. With the course. Okay. So this is what we've got now. Okay. Now we look here, right? Oh, look at the volume traded on this company. The volume traded on this company is very, very low. Now, if the volume is not over, right, 1 million, then I'm not trading this company. If we look at this as well, it's over 10 billion, which I would recommend. A million, I would say 10 billion, but this is 46 billion. So it's got the market capitalization, how much money it's got. But to be honest, average volume is too low. So this would be a no-no. So we wouldn't even look at trading this one because the volume is too thin. Okay. Now, guys, what I'm going to do now, guys, I am going to basically now show it to you. So this is all the stuff that's in the course. There's so much, over 200 and odd pages, got properties, investment, all of those things. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is this. Okay. Okay, guys, now if you were, right? Okay, guys, now if you were, type in the chat, right? If you were to pay for this course, how much money do you think this course, based on what I've provided for you today, how much money would be willing to pay for this course? Type it in the chat for me, please. Okay, guys, I'm still waiting to see. Yeah, okay, right. We said Robbie. Okay, right. Tarek 200. Yeah. Aqua Bash 50. Okay, right. Okay, some good prices there. Good prices there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nadine. Yeah. Idris. Yeah. Okay, no, well, yeah, okay, you know what? One person is giving me an idea. Okay, 250, yeah. Okay, right. Nice, nice. Okay, right. Dominic, yeah. Oh, Galaxy. Oh, that's what all this work is worth. Galaxy put £5. Oh my God. So you didn't really gain much from it. Okay. How long is the course? It's as long as you want it to be. Okay. D. Okay. Right. Okay. Now, guys, remember, what you're learning here is stuff that, it's everything. I've put everything. It's very comprehensive. And also it's on the go as well. So thank you very much, guys, for your feedback there. So what you'll be getting on the purchase of this course, right? Okay. You'll get exposure to the literacy for children and adults. Okay. Okay. Detailed breakdown of all financial circumstances and situations that you will encounter in your daily life, right? Also, thorough explanation of financial concept plus added advice on how to apply these successfully in financial dealings. Okay, how to buy properties, how to invest in properties, how to buy overseas properties, and so on. Okay. Yes, yeah, Gates, I'm actually recording, so you will get it from YouTube. Okay. Now, also real life example of my financial journey, advice and mistakes that I've made myself. Okay. This is dynamic and it's ongoing. So basically, guys, you will get updates on the course itself. You're going to get lots and lots of information, okay? Now, the cost of the module now, guys. Now, how to trade short-term stocks. Now, I'm giving you strategies of how to trade short-term stocks. That course alone is $250, right? We've got how to trade long-term $250, right? And this is basically, I'm somebody who love helping people. And I've actually significantly reduced the costs here because I want to help people here. But guys, just wait for it. Don't leave the chat until we finish here. Okay? Because you're going to see why I said I love helping people. Then how to trade indices and cryptocurrency. So you can trade indices, you can trade cryptocurrency, you can trade all of these things. And as I said, right, it's for people from the age of 13 plus. However, if you're younger than 18, then your parents will have to create the accounts and do all sorts for you. Do most of the stuff in terms of creating accounts and those sort of things. Now, how to trade the Forex market. This one is the one that makes me and my clients the most money, right? How to save on, for example, buying properties, investing overseas, £50. And these are just, guys, I've just bottom price when I compare to other companies and what they're offering for a course like financial literacy, right? The grand total of 1,300. Okay, now what I needed to type in the chat again for me, right? Type in the chat again for me, right? How much, based on what I said, how much now would you be willing to pay? Type it for me in the chat, please. Type again in the chat for me how much, based on what I've said, you're getting. And remember, you're getting ongoing. Remember, you're getting ongoing support. Okay, you're getting ongoing support. So it's not like, yeah, we've taken, you paid Mr. Hamilton, Marlon, marlonforex.com, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right. Yeah, Robbie. Okay, Robbie. Now, guess what, Robbie? And Lee, you said 250. That's not what's going to be. It's going to be even lower than that. Okay, because okay, Carl, yeah, 300. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, but guys, today, only today, and for all those people who signed up and joined my lesson, my session today, David, yeah, sounds good. Only for today, guys. And it's not going to be tomorrow, it's for today. If you make the purchase today, this is what I'm going to do for you today. Okay? Right? Drum roll, this is what I'm going to do. Okay? 450? No, I'm not even going to charge. No, I'm not going to charge you that. Okay, let's even let's make it even lower. Okay, this is what I'm going to charge you. Okay? This is what I'm going to charge you. If you purchase a course today, right? What the course is going to cost after today. This is what's going to cost after today. But if you purchase this course today, this is how much I'm going to charge you. And the reason is because I love helping people. And I want to get a lot of people financially literate. I want to get a lot of people looking and investing in the stock market, looking and investing in properties, having the know-how, knowing exactly what they need to do. So for a one-off, just for tonight, I am going to sell you this course for £35. Yeah, no joke, £35. Because you know what? I've got people from overseas as well. A number of those people over the time, they can, I've noticed roughly 30, 35, that's what they can afford. Now, guys, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to type a link in the chat. And if you click on that link, it will take you to a page where you can actually pay for the course. Okay, so I'm going to type that link in. And remember, guys, as I said, it's only for today, okay? Only for today. Tomorrow, this thing will go back up to, right, 450. Because I know you're getting more than value. So there's a link in the chat, okay? Click on the link in the chat. It's £35. Children, adults, anyone will be learning about investing. And not only that, you're learning from someone who's a proven track record, someone who's getting outstanding results for his clients, and so on. Yeah, this is it's a one-off payment. Yeah, there's no subscription fee. I have seen on so many other companies where they charge you £35 per month to have access to it. This is a one-off payment, right? A one-off payment where you don't have to pay any more money, and you get the updates for this financial literacy course. So all you've got to do is go and click the link, right? And remember, this will be open until, I would say, let's give it 2 hours. Let's give it 2 hours. So go and click the link, make your purchase, and let me tell you guys as well. You sign up, you get this course, you're gonna have ongoing help and all support from our IT team, right? No, this is a different course. This is financial literacy. The one you bought, I think you bought the binary option codex, the binary codex course. I think that's the one that you bought. Now, this one involves Forex trading. This one involves investing in properties. This one involves overseas investment. This one involves banking. This one involves hedge fund management. This one involves bonds, shares. This one involves how to trade the cryptocurrency, all of those things. So, guys, you're getting a deal and a half here. Now, guys, if you've got any questions, please do type them in the chat. What is it cost for the Forex only? The Forex only, guys, that one is £256. That's what I charge for the Forex course only. But because I've had a few parents who said, look, you can't find the link. Okay, let me put the link back in. Okay, here's the link, guys. The link is there. If you click on the link, it's in there now. Okay. Yeah. Okay, please let me know if you can see the link. Can you see the link? Right, I'm not sure. The link is not there? Okay, right. Let me see again. Okay, in the waiting room. Okay, right. Let me put the link in again. Have you got the link now, guys? I'll put the link. Okay, I'll put the link in now, guys. The link is there. Can you tell me? Can you see the link now, guys? Okay, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, guys. Right. Are we okay, yes, we're heading to a cashless society, of course, but which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But of course, remember that people don't want people who stockpile money in their homes anymore. So all of those money, you're gonna have to take them from under the mattress and bring them in, and all the tax dodgers, and all of those sort of things, they will have to declare now, because everything will be paid, through cryptocurrency and all of those sort of ways of payments. Okay, guys, now any questions, you can type your questions in the chat, guys. Now, if you're trying to make payment and if there's any issue, you just let me know. And my IT person, the link is not working. Okay, let's try again. I'm not sure. It says service is unavailable. Okay, I'm not sure. Let's try again. Okay, let me click on everyone. Right, let's see. Let me click on the link myself and see. I'm gonna click on the link and see if it's okay, let's see if the link is working for me. Okay, oh, it works. Thank you, Rabbi. It works, but it's very slow. Okay, thank you for that, Rabbi. Thank you. Right, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so guys, Janice said it's not working. Okay, let me see. Okay. Yeah, it's very okay. Rabbi just said be patient and it will work. Be patient, be patient. Okay, guys, I'm going to be hanging on here. And if you've got any questions whatsoever, it says here that okay, yeah, okay. LJ, I don't really get how often is the course and what day. No, this course, guys, listen, this course is for you. You can do it at a pace that's convenient to you. Okay, you can do it at a pace that's convenient to you. Okay, yeah, you can do it at a pace that's convenient to you. All right, you can do it at a pace that's convenient to you. Well, what I'm going to do, guys, is I will drop the link because I've been trying to click on the link as well, and basically it's saying that the service is not. It's saying to me that the service is not available. But Robbie said Robbie said basically you just have to be patient. But guys, what I'm going to do, I am going to. It works. Okay, thank you, right? Yeah, Dominique Wade. Yeah. Okay, so some people saying it works, some people saying it doesn't. I think probably because a number of people are trying to get on. But what I'm going to say then is I'm going to leave this open until I'm going to leave it open until end of day tomorrow. Okay. Since it's, can you send the link to WhatsApp as it's not work? Okay, I will send the link to WhatsApp then. I will send the link to WhatsApp. And also I will send the course as well. Okay. So I will send you the link via WhatsApp so you can actually get this course. And you know, and also once you've done the course as well, guys, what I would also love is feedback on your progress. You're welcome, Janice. Thank you. I think the bandwidth of your hosting packages, you know what? Actually, I've got lots of gigs, man. I've got lots of gigs. I tell you. I've got 10 gig. I've got like 9 gig worth of space. I'm not sure why. Do I teach? Yes, I do teach a course. I've got one-to-one clients as well. So you can always talk to me about that. You know, but it's very difficult for me to have one-to-one clients sometimes. Thank you. Yes, iPhone 221. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I do teach, but I don't really teach I tend to give away the property aspects. I tend to give those away. But for the Forex trading and the stock trading, I tend to pay for those courses. Thank you. Yeah. Did it say, oh, yes, it's going to be open until tomorrow evening. Yeah, I'm going to leave the link open. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm going to leave it open, guys, until tomorrow. Till tomorrow 5 p.m. Okay, I'm gonna leave it open until tomorrow 5 p.m. All you've got to do is tell me to WhatsApp you the link, and I will WhatsApp you the link. Okay, so just tell me to WhatsApp you the link. Dominique, I'm sorry about that. I wasn't expecting it to be this. Yeah, thank you very much, Nadine Johnson. Thank you. Yeah. It doesn't, no, that doesn't include personal training. All of you're gonna get videos, you're gonna get all the worksheets, you're gonna get a workbook, and you're gonna get videos with explanation of how you go about doing, how to set up your charts, everything about it. Yeah. So all you've got to do, guys, if you WhatsApp me, then what I'll do is I will WhatsApp you the link so you can then do this. Okay, because as I said, guys, you can go and check online, you won't see anybody out there giving the quality that I'm giving here today for this price. Also, even my tuition, I've got on a Saturday, I've got a give back day. I want to, I look, there's nobody else out there street as me. And you know why? It's because I love helping people. And I know by helping people, God is also blessing me as well. Yeah. So yes, thank you very much, Keisha. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I learned something. Yes, Elaine, thank you for that. Elaine, yes, you will. Yeah, I will definitely. But guys, you've got to send the WhatsApp to me or else I'm going to forget. I'm going to forget. Is there any other questions you've got, guys? Because I'm going to be closing down in about 5 minutes, okay? Carly B, can you unmute me, please, so I can ask a question? Thank you. No, just all you've got to do is type the question in. Type the question in, please. So basically, we are purchasing the material with no. You're going to get teaching. For example, have you seen what the world is coming to now? A lot of it is video. And let me tell you, I'm a lead practitioner. I'm an advanced skills teacher. I write courses and people look at them and tell me that, oh, it's brilliant. They understand the stuff. When I'm doing this thing, I'm always thinking about, because when I'm trying to teach, I'm teaching children, and I'm thinking of age 13. So if I'm teaching someone at age 13, because I had a student at age 13 and they were able to understand the Forex course, then I'm thinking, okay, if I can get my 13-year-old to understand it, then I should be able to get anybody else to understand it. So it's not about learning and then off. Of course, and also what you could do, you can email me questions as well, but there won't be any calling and talking like that. Okay. Yes, David, you're welcome. You're welcome. Delroy, you're welcome. Right. It's you're gonna get a workbook. You're gonna get videos explaining the stuff, and as well as you can always email me and ask me questions. Okay. Yeah. So will we get feedback, individual, no assessment? No, the answers will be provided. So the answers will be provided at the end of each chapter. So therefore, you'll be able to see what you should have done. Okay? So you can then check your answers. So any section of the course where you've got a task to do, you will get the answers. So the answers will be provided for you. Okay? Any other? So we just yeah, you work through the course yourself. And remember, the first thing I want you to do is to write down, because once you purchase the course material, the first thing I needed to do is to work on your mindset, remember? Because some people are a bit scared. They're a bit scared as if, you know, I'm going to pay for this course, but I'm not going to take action. I don't want my course to be like you go to the gym and you basically, you're there and you pay for the month, you go for a month, and then after September is gone. Oh yeah, guys, the site is back on. The site is back on. It's up and running again, so you can get on. The site is back on. I've just seen it. I've just got it back on. Yeah, you pay for the gym membership, and then after you've paid for the gym membership, you pay for the first month. And this was in January, right? And then February you forgot, oh, I can't bother to go back. No, I don't want my course to be like that. I want you to get on my course, do it, and I need feedback, because that's the only way people are going to have some saying, oh yeah, Marlon Forex is amazing, his course amazing, you know, that's what I want. And these things are going to make my head swell, and I'm going to be writing many other courses and many other support mechanism to help us, you know. As a result of these courses, I've started my own charity. I'm building a library for a school. I'm doing all sorts, you know. I'm doing my best to help as many people as I can, try and motivate and talk to as many people as I can, because that's the right thing to do, you know. It's a part of me, you know. This is something I love doing. This is something I enjoy doing. Right. How can I find out more about investing in commercial? Yes, that's in my course. I've given you all the information, you know, in Carly, that's in my course. You get that for free. Basically, even if you can't afford a course and you send me an email, I would answer the property question. But anything to do with Forex, you've got to pay for the course. Yeah, if you send me an email about that question, I'll definitely answer. But yeah, but then I'm telling you, you know, go for it. Guys, don't dilly-dally, don't delay. Pay for that course, and give me some feedback on your progress. What would be nice is if you WhatsApp me and say to me, right, yeah, someone really enrolled. Yeah, we've got people enrolling. Just guys, go for it. You know, go for it. Okay, Valdo, how is that going? How is that going? Because my clients are doing really well. My email address is learning for future. I'll type it in the chat. I'll type my email address. Let me type it in the chat. It's support at Marlon Forex. Okay, I'll type it in the chat, support at marlonforex.com. Yeah, right. Okay, what do you think of the platform is okay, Vantage FX, the platform is good. Yeah, I've seen them before. Yeah, the platform is good. They offer a lot of a good variety of stocks. Not stocks, Forex. But you know what? Let me tell you guys, what's going to happen as well. There are going to be a load of opportunities to trade stocks, because at the moment, the FTSE 100, they are actually bottoming. So if you can get my course and learn these strategies, I'm telling you, you're going to be in some winners there. Can you recommend a good company for life insurance? Okay, the one I'm using at the moment is life insurance we're using at the moment is let me see. What's the life insurance we're using again? Legal and General. Legal and General is a good one. Legal and General is a really good one. Actually, I can tell you, okay, overall we put £900 2 months ago. We have 1,050. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, the guy said slow because of yeah. That's not bad. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well. He's doing well because remember, you know, Goldman Sachs. Yeah, Goldman Sachs, they're doing roughly about 23%. And what I do is I compare myself to Goldman Sachs, where if I can beat Goldman Sachs, then in terms of a hedge fund company managing people's money, then I'm happy. You know, then I'm going to be happy. Okay. Now, right. You was going to expand on. Oh yeah, life insurance. Life insurance is really important. Now, let me give you some life insurance. Let me show you, okay, and some good ones, because the life insurance companies that you're going to find that are the good ones are going to be in the FTSE 100. Okay, so let me show you what the. So if I go into let's see, www. I'm just trying to find the one I. Actually, let me go back to the course material. I'll be able to find it from here. Okay, it's gone. Okay, right. Okay. Let's go into this one. I'll be able to find that. Okay, right. Okay, life insurance. Okay. Okay, shareprices.com. Okay, let's show you some good life insurance companies now. Okay. Okay, let's find some good. Now, this is a FTSE 100, right? Okay. And basically what we've got here is this. Okay, so if we're going to sectors, okay. And then when we go into sectors, then we can look at financials. We could look in banking. We could look at healthcare and insurances, right? So there we go. That sector was really up nicely today. Okay, and here are the companies. So we've got Aviva, we've got Chesnara, we've got Answered, we've got Just Group, we've got Legal and General, we've got Old Mutual, we've got Phoenix Group, we've got Prudential, and we've got St. James Place. So these are some life insurance companies. Okay, and these are very good ones. All right. Okay, guys, let me stop the